What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Don't want to be long. Don't want to be long. But I want to talk about this. I want to go through some of the layers of this situation. And I popped on here spur of the moment just to give my take. I have to drop my quick little disclaimer on these types of subjects because I'm not in the celebrity gossip category. So my angles are never from the perspective or the position rather of just dropping the gossip. It's never not that thing with me. It's always to try to ask the questions that I asked in the title and to try to get us to look at it from certain angles. Y'all hit that like button for your big brother as you come in, man. Hit that like button for your big brother. We're going to talk about the SLAPS scene all around the world. Real quick. Promise I'm not going to be long. And we're gonna answer a lot of we're gonna try to answer a lot of the questions. We're gonna ask some questions. But for those of y'all who may have been on vacation on Venus and just got in today, at the Oscar Awards, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. I ain't tell you know, and he slapped him because of a joke that Chris Rock told about Will's wife, Jada Pinkett. He made a G.I. Jane reference. G.I. Jane was the movie, I think that was that Demi Moore in the G.I. Jane movie. She went to the military and she shaved her head and all and had that look. And he made a reference to Jada Pinkett in that joke because her head is shaved because she has a condition called alopecia that causes hair loss. So he made the joke. Now, I don't know if Chris Rock knew about the condition. I don't know if he did, if he didn't. If he did, then he had to understand that you go into a personal place when you tell that joke. And comedians have a tendency to be no holds barred sometimes. If he didn't, if he was just taking a joke at the look, then that's another question that you got to ask. Just she looking like a G.I. Jane and he takes that shot as a joke. But one thing I want to point out, I'll point out a few things that I didn't hear many people talking about in the videos I've watched and some of the comments that I've read. Will got up and he smacked Chris Rock. But when you watch the video, if you watch the video from the beginning part of it, when Chris Rock first told the joke, Will Smith was laughing. He was laughing. He was looking straight ahead. He laughed at the joke, genuinely laughed at the joke. And I want to make it understood that I don't like to see brothers get down like that, but I'm going to get into all my other little layers too. So be patient before you form an opinion on my opinion. But Will Smith laughed at the joke initially. He was looking straight ahead. Jada Pinkett was looking straight ahead as well. Her reaction was not a happy reaction. She wasn't happy at all. She didn't like the joke at all. And you can clearly see it expressed in her face. I think what happened is Will laughed at the joke and then he kind of looked over at his wife. This is just me assuming because I know how these things go. He looked at Jada at some point and saw that Jada was displeased about the joke and disturbed about it. And him knowing the condition that his wife has with the alopecia, it turned his demeanor into in a different direction. And it made him go, oh, she took offense to that. My wife took offense to that. So as is the case with any situation where if you see one of your loved ones hurt or offended or upset by something that somebody else did, now you become upset and now you become aggravated behind that. And even though you laughed at it first, you like, oh, I didn't know that this made you feel like that. And he went up there and he smacked Chris Rock in defense of his wife. It's kind of similar, y'all, to, you ever seen somebody fall down? You ever seen somebody walking and running and they slip and they just fall and just bust their butt, and you just crack up, you just bust out laughing when you see them fall, till you realize that they really hurt themselves. Then when you realize they hurt themselves, you go, oh man, my bad, I didn't mean that. You all right? You all right? But in the initial moment, it was funny. And I think that's kind of the principle that we saw last night with Will. And and he responded to that, because sometimes you are in a situation where you were looked at to like, so you just gonna let him do that? You just gonna allow that to happen, and you sitting right here? And then as a man, you be like, huh? Oh yeah, let me go up here. Hey man, you know what I'm saying? So it could have been that, because I'm gonna keep going back to the fact that Will found the joke funny. He found the joke funny. The video evidence is there. But on the same token, understandably, you know, once you see somebody is disrespected and hurt your wife, then you do what you got to do as a man. And in that particular instance, he slapped Chris Rock. Now, another thing that's going on, circulating around, is people are saying that it's fake. It was set up. It was staged. And when I first watched it, I watched it multiple times. I kept looking at it. I was like, I kept rewinding that part, because I was trying to see how I felt about it, to try to see, man, is it staged? Because look, man, in Hollywood, man, these individuals are very good actors, very good actors. Will Smith is an exceptional actor, man. He's phenomenal, man. So he won first of all, F the Oscars. Let me say that right now. But he won the Oscar last night for playing King in King Richard. But there are so many roles that he's played in the past that I felt like, man, that dude should have got it. You know, we just gonna play the game and this entertainment crap. He should have got it for that. When he did Pursuit of Happiness, he should have got it. But anyway, these guys are phenomenal actors. They have the ability to bring emotion in their face. They can change their facial expression. They can go from happy to sad. They can make themselves cry. I mean, they have these kinds of skills as actors, trained actors. So when I looked at it, I'm looking, and even the smack, I'm like, back in the days of cowboy movies, a stunt man, they know how to hit, make it seem like it hit, and it looks real. So it's like, man, was it real? And I was even questioning, I'm telling you, man, I was questioning myself, like, because I couldn't tell. And even when Will walked back to his seat, he kind of had like a little, you know, it could have been proud, like, yeah, look what I did. I stood up for my woman. Or it could have been like trying to hold in the laugh of what we just did. But what leans me towards it not being fake, and this is all I got. When the two things, one I mentioned, like I said, when Will laughed and he looked at his wife, and it's like, oh, she's really upset. That's the one thing that makes me feel like it wasn't fake. But the second thing is, Chris Rock was clearly shook afterwards. He was shook. He was. Let's just be real about it. He couldn't even finish reading the script. He was kind of stumbling a little bit, and he was kind of, okay, you know, and that's a sign, that's a clear sign when somebody is shook, you know, when they can't really find the words, they start stumbling a little bit. And I saw that in him, you know. So that kind of made me feel like, nah, this might be real. This might be real. But I'm still like, man, look, y'all gotta help me out. But one thing we gotta understand also is that they have history. There's a history between Chris Rock and Jada Pinkett, because when Jada was at the forefront of boycotting the Oscars a few years ago because they wouldn't showing no love to black folks, which is why I'm like, man, F the Oscars, man. Quit thinking that these award shows validate us as being great in our craft, and if you don't get this award, that means you haven't accomplished or you're not on that level. Man, quit thinking like that. That stuff ain't nothing, man. Render unto Caesar what is Caesar. Let them have their stuff. But Chris Rock made a joke about Jada a few years back in relation to her boycotting the Oscars, right? So that's some old stuff that, sometimes, you have a situation with a person and it never got addressed properly in your mind. You feel like you didn't address that like you wanted to. Then time passes and another situation presents itself where you be like, man, I've been wanting to deal with him anyway for what he said. Back, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know if you from the hood, you already know that mindset. I've been wanting him anyway because he talked crazy about such and such. Blah, blah, blah. So all those factors come into play. And K-Top just said something that's going to take me into the next part of what I'm going to get into. And this is the part that I really don't ride with. I read so many comments where people were saying, man, I got to commend Chris Rock because he really kept his composure. He really showed true professionalism in that moment. He really exhibited a high level of class in that moment to be able to get slapped and still continue. Nah, man. I'm sorry. Look, everybody's different. Everybody's different. And while I didn't want to see them two brothers do that. Absolutely not. And it ain't got nothing to do with, well, man, y'all shouldn't act like that, man. See, that's the problem. Y'all get up there in front of them white folks and y'all, nah, I don't like people who talk like that. See, that was messed up because, see, they did that in front of them white folks, man, and that make us all look bad. Nah, that ain't what I'm talking about. I'm just saying from the spirit of brotherhood, from how I view it. If he'd have slapped the man backstage or whatever, okay, cool. But there's also a principle that we got to understand. And that is the principle that basically says that wherever you do it is wherever you get it. See? So if you do it open in the public, you act a fool open in the public, whatever it is you do, then the principle stipulates that your correction comes in the public. Right there on the spot. So, yeah, he slapped him in front of the whole world. But it's going to be kind of messed up. I feel like Chris Rock should have fought back. At the very least, everybody's not a fighter. Everybody's not a fighter, man. Everybody's not built like that. But at the very least, man, you better just throw a rabbit. You better throw a rabbit punch like that. You better push off and something. Because I don't look at it like professionalism. Now, there's one thing that trumps the professionalism. There's one thing that trumps what they describe as class and that's manhood. Manhood trumps all of that. All of that. It's manhood first, then everything else under that. Under that. There are times and situations where, from a verbal point of view, when people say things verbally that you should, it ain't worth it. I'm gonna hold my composure on that one. Okay, man, you got that. You got that. That's cool. You talk all you want. There are times where okay, you talk all you want. And you may see somebody just composed. Like, I've seen it. I've seen people just dude just going off, and other guy just like this. Like, all right. Saying the most horrid things you could say to the person. But then they cross that line. They come into that personal space and they cross that line. And when they cross that line, it's Mollywop City after that. So I'm not one of those people who are clapping and applauding because Chris Rock shows so much professionalism. It's not even natural for somebody to hit you and your instinct don't kick in to at least attempt to fight back. That's not even natural. Now, to get to the third part of that, to ask the question, was it justified? That's the big question. Was it justified? I've touched on some of the elements that may lead to answering that question, and I'm gonna get y'all's opinion. I'm already seeing y'all's opinion. People saying, hey, it's fake, it's BS, it's Hollywood, it's could be, man. I already broke down how it could have been, but I also broke down how it could have not been. I don't know. But if it was it justified? Was it justified? Now, if you see somebody that you love deeply hurt and deeply offended, and you are with them on a personal level to where they are suffering from a condition that you see every day, and you see how it affects them physically, you see how it affects them internally and emotionally and psychologically, and the ups and downs of dealing with that condition, then you have a front row seat to knowing the effects of that trigger if somebody goes there. So that justifies it in that person's mind, because look, most men have been taught to respect women, to protect their woman, so that nature in a man kicks in. It's like, dude, and I told you about the past history, so it's like, dude, in your mind, you're like, man, get up off my wife, bro. Quit taking shots at my wife. So was it justified in that sense? But jumping back to the people that say it's fake. We've seen people storm the stage at award shows before. We saw Kanye do it. We've seen it done. So to the people that say, well, man, where was security? Where was it? Dude, this the Oscars. Everybody in that bad boy got on tuxedos and evening gowns, and I'm sure there's security there, but the security is probably lax. Like, these are nothing but multi-millionaire celebrity actors and actresses. This has never happened. Unprecedented moment. They ain't thinking like that. And I'm pretty sure that people in the audience and even Chris Rock himself probably just felt like he was going to come up there and just kind of like, hey, man, watch your mouth, do some little jokey joke stuff and, and then get on off the stage, put him in a headlock and act like he's hitting him or something like that. Nobody saw a slap coming if it was a real slap. And I'm dancing right now because, man, look, I looked at it a bunch of times, man. What y'all think, man? Real or fake? In the comments, man. Real or fake? I just want y'all to put real or fake. Was it real? Was it fake? That's it. One word. Let's do a vote. Let me see what the minds of the people are thinking. Real or fake? Real or fake? Let's see what the ratio is in the chat right now. Y'all hit the like button too for your big one. And I'm getting a lot of fakes. Staged. No, but then again, hold on. Here come the reals. Here come the reals. The reals are coming up on the wing. Here come the reals. Here come the fakes. So Drop say both. How can it be real and fake? Was it real fake? Or was it fake for real? Man, seriously, real, fake. It's about even on this chat. It's about even on this chat, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Because one thing that I don't do, I don't put nothing past Hollywood, and I don't really put anything past the desire. And I ain't knocking nobody involved. I'm not disrespecting anybody involved, but the desire to market and promote. Hype is like a big deal. And like I say, this is unprecedented. So it's a possibility that it could have been done just for like, this would be a hell of a publicity stunt. This would be a hell of a stunt. Man, they still coming in. I don't know who won. The reals and the fakes in the chat are like almost even. Yeah, man. But to the principle, we got to understand something that, yeah. And let me say this, because I'm reading comments here and there, like Marcus just said, his wife is not virtuous. She deserves no defending. Now that, that's debatable. That's debatable. Because none of us are virtuous in terms of, none of us are perfect examples. So even if you have a sister who may not be what people believe to be the perfect example of, like, this woman is, oh man, she did, she that, she did this, she did that. As a woman created by the Creator, there's still an obligation by the man to defend that woman. So I'm gonna give you an example, and we can agree to disagree. What if there was a woman who was a prostitute, right? But you didn't know she was a prostitute. You had no idea that she's into prostitution, right? Making up an example. And you were somewhere, you was in Walmart, and you see two men or one man accosting this woman and trying to take a purse or something like that, and you come to her aid, and you jump in and you put in work on the dude and da 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 da. You didn't know anything about her lifestyle, anything about her background. You just saw that there was a sister in distress, and you came to the rescue. Then you find out later that she was a prostitute. The news come out and it's whatever. Would you later feel like, oh man, if I knew she was a prostitute, I would have never helped that woman? It's just the nature of us to defend. It should be in our nature to defend and protect our women. And all of the other activity that may go along, she got to deal with that in her judgment the same way we got to be judged for what we do. So it's still his wife. It's still his wife. So he had to go in and do what he felt like he had to do. And that's just my take on it. But the principle of it all is what I just said. Whether it be mother, daughter, wife, girlfriend, sister, aunt, any feminine, any side of that, the other gender, you got to protect. Got to protect, man. At the whatever the cost. Could be 8 dudes, and you got to fight against 8 dudes. You got to do what you got to do. And whatever comes behind that, it is what it is. The question I want to ask, though, as we shift gears, because a lot of people are saying, well, would he have done that if it was a white comedian? I've seen that all in comments and different things I've read and saw. He wouldn't have did that if that was a white comedian. I don't know. I don't know. I like to believe he would have done it. If it was real, I like to believe he would have done it to whoever disrespected his wife if he felt like she was disrespected. People are saying Will is a sucker behind. Not my place to determine. They do have history. I broke that down. Y'all hit the like button for your big brother, man. Y'all hit that like button, man. Will this change the landscape of comedy? That's another thing that crossed my mind because comedians have been roasting audience members from day one. I've been to many comedy shows. I've been in the crowd and got roasted before. When you go to a comedy show, that's kind of something that you got to kind of be ready to deal with. Hey, man, they might get you. But will this change comedy? Because there have been many incidents where audience members have rushed the stage when they felt like a comedian went too far, and then they on the stage scrapping. It's happened. But will this situation make people go, man, you know what, this dude say something out of pocket, I'm gonna do a Will Smith. They're gonna coin a new phrase. All right. They would tell these comedians, all right, don't get Will Smith, bro. Don't get this Will Smith. Because this could actually change the complexion. Because see, and I'm not equating this at all. I'm not comparing these things at all, but I want y'all to think about this. Certain circumstances lead to other results. Like when police officers were murdering black men wholesale, this unarmed black man getting murdered by police just in a wave in recent years. Many people correctly made the prediction that said, you know what? One of these days, there's going to be people that starts going off and unloading on these officers. They're going to start killing police officers just because y'all out here doing it to us. Somebody going to start taking pot shots at cops. And that's exactly what started to happen. You started to see that because of the situation. Like, man, hey, man, y'all going to put some respect on our name. So could that happen in comedy? Is that something we got to look out for now is we're comedians, because comedians have kind of always had a free reign to kind of do what they want to do until recent years when cancel culture kicked in. So when cancel culture kicked in, it made a lot of comedians who were no holds barred in their comedy. It made a lot of them fall back. It made others double down. And it made some kind of just neutral, kind of stay in the middle, like, I'm gonna walk that line because I don't want to get canceled. So now, is this gonna be a situation where people in the audience are like, all right, watch what you say, because the world is changing, man. Things are not like they was 25, 30, 40 years ago, even 10, 15 years ago. It's different. The things that we think people are reacting to, the politically correct aspects of life and all that, people ain't really rocking with that like that no more. People are going outside what we view to be the norm and doing the unexpected now. So you got to watch what you say. Or if you're not a person that's going to watch what you say, you got to be prepared for whatever comes behind that. You got to be prepared for whatever comes behind that. Now, on to the Oscars. Again, I could care less about the Oscars. And I don't want Black people to look at those award shows and those things as something that just solidifies them as being legitimately great. Now I've proven my greatness because this academy has recognized me as being official. Nah. The hood got you as long as you got the hood. When you turn your back on the hood, then you can have that. You can have that. You can have that stuff, man. But if those are the things that make you happy, that make you feel like your worth was worthwhile, then brother or sister, hey man, I hope you get it. I hope you get it. Let me see what y'all talking about, man. Miami, Florida say everybody is losing their minds. Chris was called a racist when he had that meme with the caption, "The first thing people say when a mass shooting is announced." Under that was a picture of Betty White. Betty White. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, man, we got to understand a lot of our entertainers, our brothers and sisters who are in the industry, music or acting, whatever, they know where their bread is buttered. And even if they have it in their heart to fight for certain causes and stand up, the black man, when they get certain phone calls, when they get certain looks from certain people, they pull back because they've ascended to such a level of wealth and popularity and fame and opportunity and all that. That level was, they were placed on that level. They were allowed to be put on that level. And they know that one thing that they do or say wrong, or one cause that they participate in or connect themselves to, is going to knock them out their money. So a lot of them are scared. A lot of them don't go there. And that's why a lot of them are quicker to condemn other black people faster than they are to oppose and expose and go against the racist establishment that's really causing all the damage. They won't touch that. It's certain entertainers, they go hard on black people, boy. Black entertainers, I mean. They go hard on other black entertainers. But then you say, well, what about such and such? Oh man, you know. Like, oh man, you know. Malpractice says comedians need to watch their mouths point blank. Well, certain things, yeah. I agree with that, man. You know, I can take a joke, man. I mean, I could take a joke, but I don't believe in really, really personal shots. Certain things cross the line that I ain't really cool about a comedian saying. That's just the reality. And I know there are many of you who feel the same way. But on the same token, yeah, I mean, some people are sensitive too. Some people go to a comedy show, you know you're going to a comedy show, and all the comedians said was, "Man, where'd you get that shirt from? You must have found that shirt in the trash can." They in their feelings behind, you know what I mean? That ain't nothing to be, man, that ain't nothing to be in your feelings about. So there is a balance, bro. There's a balance. There's certain things, yeah, the comedian can say, and there are other things. In this particular case, maybe it was the alopecia that triggered it. Maybe it was the alopecia that triggered it. And the big question has to be, did Chris Rock know? Was he aware of Jada Pinkett's condition? Was he aware of that? And if he was aware of that, he shouldn't have took that shot. Shouldn't have took that shot. You know, there's just something you don't do. Now, let me say this so y'all can get clear understanding. Me as a rapper and me as a back in the days battle rapper, bro, it's a similar principle, man. A lot of the things, man, that I used to say to other rappers and about other rappers face to face in a battle, man, it's harsh. I don't think I could say those things today. I mean, look, your mama finna get it. Your little baby finna get it. Everybody's finna get it. All for the sake of getting this crowd response, getting these people to laugh at you, getting these people to react and go off of behind what I said to win this battle. This was the mindset. But as I got older, I toned down those kind of bars, but simply because I was like, man, you know what? These are words, man. And words are more powerful than physicality in most cases. And a lot of people don't believe that. A lot of people, look, think about growing up. Think about when you was growing up, for those who grew up in the hood with a strong, tough parent or parents. What would a child say to you is more damaging, more hurtful? Would you think a child would say it's more hurtful for their parent to take off their belt and whoop them, to discipline them? Or if a parent cusses the child out and calls them and says all kind of hurtful words to the child? You stupid mother, you ain't gonna never be, you get your ugly, stupid mother, saying that to a child. The words hurt more than the physical. This is a fact. The words stick. So we have to be mindful of the things that we say to people, even in moments where we like, I didn't even mean it that way. Because sometimes we make the mistake of saying things that we didn't even mean it that way. Oh man, my fault, man. And you feel genuine remorse. But then, like I say, at other times, well, oh yeah, I meant it that way. Yeah, I was trying to get that response out of you. I was trying to hurt you. And that's how it was back in the battle days. But we live it in a new day, man. And people would take you out behind some words. Comedy. So I think that an evolution has to take place within ourselves in the mind. An evolution has to take place that makes us grow out of certain mindsets as it relates to these, even in our professions, even as rappers, as comedians. There are things I said 20 years ago that I would never say in a rap today. Wouldn't do it. It's like, oh man. The songs I wrote 25 years ago that I can't listen to now. It's like, man, I can't believe I said that, man. Golly, man. And I should have said that about that dude's mama. Straight up. That's the growth. And this the part that y'all not gonna like, because I know y'all like mess. Y'all like to be messy. Y'all like to be in other people's business. But it's not any of our place to judge the relationship in the marriage of Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. It's not our place. That's not our place. You wouldn't want nobody judging your relationship and your marriage or what you do. Because some of the same ones of us who will say, oh man, they throw it off anyway, boy. They be, and they dysfunctional. They just say. You got some action going on too. See? So we got to recognize that even if we may not agree with somebody's lifestyle and how they get down, not my place to judge you. Nor is it my place, or nor is it wise to wish or condone and celebrate any downfalls that they may suffer. See, that's what they get. See, that's good for them. See, all that old stuff see, that's what he get. That's what she get. She had it. Nah, they ain't my place to say that's what you get. because you don't know what you might get for what you do. See, we all got some stuff on our back. But nevertheless, that being said, if the slap was real, I understand the thought process. Let me recap before I go. The joke was told. Go watch it. The joke was told. Will laughed. Genuine laugh. We can't deny that. He laughed. He thought it was funny. He looked straight ahead and he then I think he did this. He went, whoa. Hey, you all right? No, I didn't like that. Oh, okay. That's what I believe happened. That's what I believe happened. And if a man is in the mindset of I'm gonna defend my wife, I'm gonna defend my woman, then that's what it's gonna be. We can argue, well, would he have done that if it was this? What if he had done? What if 50 Cent would have got up there and told a joke? Would he have got up there and slapped 50 Cent? I mean, because people always try to, people try to check people and say, oh nah, man, he's selectively crazy. Oh, you selectively hard. If you're hard, you hard with everybody. If you crazy, you crazy. We seen that before. You seen people out in the streets acting a straight up fool, just going off on everybody, running up on people and ready to, as soon as the police come, they run, they get out of there. Oh, why you ain't crazy no more? You ain't hard no more. You won't set the whole neighborhood on fire no more. So yeah, we understand selectively crazy, but the truth is, man, if your woman is disrespected, you should step up to the plate and swing the bat. Straight up. Let me check out a few of y'all's statements before I burn off. Angela, I don't know. And so he acted off impulse. Well, yeah. I think he acted off of the recognition of his wife's reaction to the joke. That's what I think. Impulse is more, I guess you can call it impulse. But if he'd have looked over and Jada was laughing and smiling and laughing at that joke, this wouldn't even be a story because he laughed first. That's all I'm saying. Angela, did you make it to the show? Did you make it to the show Saturday night? Let me see. I got to read what y'all talking about. They need to clean up the situation and move on because there are bigger problems in the world. Actual facts, John. We got bigger fish to fry as a people than to be kind of, But again, somebody disrespect your woman, that's a big fish. So that's valid too, man. We can't dismiss that. And Chris Rock is a comedian, man. So he gonna shake it off and figure out a way to still make it funny. He said, "Oh, that was the greatest moment in the history of television." He might be right. We've seen some weird stuff. We've seen some weird things happen on national TV. We've seen wardrobe malfunctions at the Super Bowl. We've seen Kanye West run on the stage and say, I'm gonna let you finish. What else have we seen on TV? We've seen some. This shot up into the top 5 easy. Somebody says satanic rituals. New album coming in May. Miami. New album coming in May. Anger is a decision. You cannot put your freedom in the hands of others, or you're just their puppet. Well, yeah, but I think even though if this was real, if he made that decision to go up and do that, sometimes, bruh, we understand what we can get away with in certain moments based on the setting we're in. So that in that regard, we control the situation a little bit. You can look at a scenario and be like, yeah, I can get away with it here. I can do this here. But other situations, you like, nah, I'm end up in jail if I do this here, or I might get caught really caught up. OJ being chased on the freeway, yeah, that was a big national thing. Look, we going into the top 10 most shocking moments on national TV. So you got the OJ chase. Funny how I saw all of them mostly. You got the OJ chase. You got the wardrobe malfunction. Oh, that's right. I saw your email, Angela. Yeah, no doubt. Why you ain't come holler at me? You ain't come and speak to your boy? Man. It's tough, man. It's tough, man. All these dudes got money. Ain't nothing gonna come out of this. Ain't nothing gonna come out of this, but just we're gonna talk it out until it's like a wave. It's gonna run and it's gonna ain't no gonna come out of this. Ain't gonna be nobody getting sued and all that stuff. I would be shocked. You know, assault charges gonna be. He assaulted him. See, you know, a lot of square people, they like, he assaulted a man on national television. There should be charges. They should bring charges up, even if Chris Rock doesn't want to pursue. He assaulted a man on national television. Man, shut up. We did. Man, I don't even remember, Andrew. I had a lot of people talking to me that night. It's all good. I appreciate y'all coming. I hope y'all enjoyed it. In a nutshell, always honor, respect, and protect your woman. Any woman in your life, your children. Somebody violates, yeah, you handle that. Because one thing we kind of sure of now, ain't gonna be no more Jada Pinkett jokes. Sometimes you gotta let people know. Sometimes you gotta establish yourself. So, Kay, will you be slapping the next fan that comes up on stage? It depends on how they come up there, though, Marcus. You know how it is, big brother. It's like we from the hood, so we don't react. We don't overreact to certain things, and then we know when to react to certain things, if you know what I mean. Like, people come up on the stage from time to time. It happens. I've been on stage many times, and then you look up and some cat right there. But it's like, it's just a natural instinct, a hood instinct that you have when you kind of know, oh, this dude ain't threatening. And you kind of just be like, you know, hey, step on off, you know. Or you might look, hey, come get your boy. Or you might talk to him. I've done that. Hey, man, I appreciate you, man, but I need you to stand down real quick. Certain situations. Then there are other situations where if somebody coming in hot, if they coming in hot, then that changes the whole dynamic. See, go look at a film clip of a fight between NBA players. It was Rudy Tomjanovich and a guy named Kermit Washington. It's from the 70s. A fight broke out between the Lakers and the Rockets, and they were all standing in the middle of the thing trying to whatever. And Rudy T, that used to coach the Rockets, he came running in. He was just trying to like stop the fight. But you don't come in running into a crowd of people fight. You don't come running in all like that. If you trying to stop the, when you come running in like that, people think you coming in for action. So he came sprinting in real hard, and the guy Kermit Washington, he's seen him as peripheral, and he don't know what's going on. He like somebody coming in hot, and he turned around in one blink and bam, and broke Rudy T's whole face. Almost killed him. Ended Kermit Washington's career because nobody wanted to touch him after that. He got blackballed. So it depends. You know the difference when somebody just comes on the stage and eases up there, but you still got to watch everybody though. Don't get me twisted. But it's just a hood instinct that just you kind of just know. You look at people's face like, oh, this dude, he high, but he smoked a little weed. But then look at us, dude. Nah, this dude here is on something else. We need to remove him. Mitigated Gall TV said Jada never stood up for Will. Well, we don't know that. See, then that's what I was saying earlier. See, we can't base opinions around what the public, what the media feeds us. The media will feed sound bites, clips, little shorts and here and there, you know, and they'll give you what they give you, but we don't know. That's why I said it's nobody's place to judge another man and woman's relationship based on the little tidbits that we see. Oh man, see, boy, she don't. Hey man, we don't know. And if anything is true that's said about her, that's still his choice, and vice versa. Because again, no grown man or woman on this chat, you don't want nobody telling you how to live your life and who to choose. You can respect other people's opinions, and you can respect and listen to other people's advice and say, well, man, you know what, man, hey man, be careful with old girl, man. I used to know her back in the days, but I see you really like her, man, and man, you got to be careful, man. She used to get boys set up and robbed back in the day. Hey man, no, man, I'm good, man. She different now. She done, all right. Can't tell a grown person what to do, man. See? Hey man, y'all be blessed, man. Peace and love. Take care of each other.